Looks like I hop back into the Marvel multiverse cinematic universe, right? Because now they're doing the multiverse type thing, which was something I really wasn't cool with in Endgame, which I hated Endgame for. But I actually really don't mind in the new Spider-Man movie. Anyways, guys, spoilers before we begin for this movie, just so I don't ruin anyone's expectations or experience, because I am glad I was not spoiled. Anyway, let's just jump right into the review, okay? Spider-Man No Way Home was a really, really amazing movie. Like, oh my god, Marvel, you kind of blew me out of the park, honestly, on this one. I only had a couple problems, which I will address later, honestly. But let me start out with the goods. I really, really am glad that they changed Mary Jane's, or Michelle Jane, as how she calls herself in the movie. Her like personality and character grows a lot, honestly. In my personal opinion, I really did not like Zendaya as a character, and just didn't really want her in this new Spider-Man stuff. I just was like, okay, cool. Like, what's so cool about this actress? Like, I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone with Zendaya, but I really don't care for her that much. She's not the worst actress, and I don't really hate her. I really don't care for her, and I just don't like her a lot, honestly. This movie changed my mind, honestly, for a majority of it, honestly, if not all of it, except for like a couple scenes, which I'll get to. I'm really, really happy that her character grew in the sense of, how she's just like, like, I don't really like people, like, I'm that, dark girl, like, who gives a shit, like, all that stuff, like, she felt very bland. She felt like she didn't care about anything. She just felt like she was just a character there that was just like, I hate life and stuff like that. And I really did not enjoy that, honestly, of her character. I really was wondering, what the hell are you here from Far From Home and in Homecoming? I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone with this, but I really did not like her in those two movies, honestly. And I am just happy. I'm so happy that she got this like huge glow up. And the reason why I say that is because like she was a lot kinder, she was a lot nicer. She was actually being a really great girlfriend to Peter Parker or Spider-Man. In this movie, she was very caring, there for him. She, was taking a different approach of life and being like a really great character, and maybe like seeing the outside world, and maybe like her mind is lightening up to stuff. I just really enjoyed it a lot. I cannot stress that enough. She was amazing. Oh my god. Anyway, okay, I guess next off, the plot and the story. I'm really, I was really engaged with this movie, which is what I really loved about this. This was like a 2.5 hour story or movie, and I was very engaged. Like, there were very little times that, like, I couldn't, keep my head from, like, away from the screen. Like, I was just very engaged and locked in focus, which was great because movies like that are very rare to me, due to the fact that, I sometimes just have trouble concentrating. I get distracted easily, and I applaud this movie for it. So great job. Um, what else should I say? Oh my god. Like I said, the plot, I really enjoyed how Ned got a little more screen time in this movie, and a lot of jokes were made. Comedy really wasn't a sole fact for me, but yeah, there was a great um, few jokes in there that were really great laughs. You know, it was great for what it was. Like, I wasn't really paying too much focus to that. I was just very attention to, like, what's going on the screen, basically. Ned was a really great character. I really enjoyed him a lot. Like, oh my god, like, really great. Doctor Strange was in there. I'll talk about him a little more later as well, but for now, just great. It was great to see Peter actually, beat Doctor Strange. I actually thought that was really, really interesting, and I liked it a lot. I really did. That was really cool because Doctor Strange is really powerful. So it was really great to see that Peter was growing as a character as well, especially in Spider-Man, and all his fights and stuff like that. It was great. I liked that a lot too. Let's see. Oh my God, there's just a lot to talk about. The villains were magnificent. The fight on the bridge with Dr. Octopus, it was like, oh my god, Dr. Octopus is back. And then you see Green Goblin throw a bomb, and it was like, wait, what? Like, Green Goblin's here? Like, stuff like that. For me, not really, watching a lot of the Spider-Man movies. The two mainly being the Amazing Spider-Man sequel which I never got to, but now I am because I love Andrew Garfield. I will get to him later though too. Oh my god. Where do I start? There's so much to talk about. Not knowing, I've seen the Tobey Maguire ones though when I was younger. So, but still from that, I didn't have a memory of. I forgot that Green Goblin died, or his Harry Osborn died in the Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. It was great. Oh my god. Let's see. So then they started locking them up. The lizard was already there, locked up and everything. Peter went to go find Electro, which, like I said, all these moments they were connecting dots of like, Amazing Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, because those are the two movies, like I said, I haven't seen and everything like that. But it was great. I loved it. So Electro was locked up, Doc Ock was locked up, Lizard was locked up. Then we found Sandman, which was really great. It was such a nostalgia because I really liked Sandman as a kid. It was great. So Sandman being there, not really necessarily a bad guy, just wants to help his daughter out and stuff like that, which I totally get. He helped Peter in the scene when fighting Electro and trying to capture Electro and everything, which was cool. So Sandman was there and everything and doing his part and stuff like that. Let's see. So I guess really after that, Peter decided to take a mission on by himself and tell Doctor Strange, "Hey, like, we can fix them. Let's give him a second chance, right? Like people should be able to get a second chance, right?" So Peter decided to, lock Doctor Strange up back in the little like vortex or dimension or whatever you want to call it. Still very confused about that, but moving on. I don't really want to talk about that. He starts, figuring out some of these science experiments and serums and stuff like that to like get rid of these powers from a lot of the villains. So once they got rid of Doc Ock's ability and Doc Ock felt a lot better, it was just really happy to see him be like, wow, like I actually feel a lot better and everything. It was really cool. And, then it reveals that, oh, hey, Norman Osborn, who was, Harry Osborn's dad was the guy that was like, you know what, like, nah, I'm a villain, man. Like, you're not gonna take these gifts away from us. Like, who cares? Like, you're not gonna send us back to our own world. Like, we're gonna stay here. Something like that. He becomes a huge, like, dramatic character, like traumatic, honestly. Later on in the film, so then Electro escaped after kind of downing, and Sandman also escaped and everything. They had a little mini fight and everything like that, and then it came down to Norman kind of blaming Tom Holland, Spider-Man, for his Aunt May's death, unfortunately. And that was very sad. I almost cried, honestly. In a Marvel movie, almost making me cry was like a huge thing. So I applaud Marvel like for actually doing that. I don't get teary for this episode, but then again, I love Spider-Man, honestly. It was great. I really, really enjoyed that, honestly. And I loved it a lot. Sadly, Aunt May died. It had this traumatic, thing on Spider-Man. It was just wow. Like he wanted to, like he was out for vengeance for Norman Osborn. Like he wanted to kill him and everything. Well, what's interesting is that then, I'm over here like, I don't want any spoilers. I don't want anyone to tell me if Andrew Garfield's in here or Tobey Maguire's in here. I don't want any spoilers, okay? I don't want anything. Well, then, after like good 2 hour point, if not an hour and a half in the movie, the boom, Andrew Garfield shows up. And I'm over here shouting, is that Tobey Maguire? Like, is that Tobey Maguire? Like, stuff like that. But no, it was Andrew Garfield. Oh my God, Andrew Garfield is amazing. Like, he was really funny. I don't know why people don't like him. Like, I can understand he's very quirky and weird and awkward and everything like that. But I love that. And now I need to go watch The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 whenever I can because that is amazing. He seems like a great character and I love him a lot, like, after this film. And then Tobey Maguire came, and I'm like, oh my God, everyone in the theater shouting from Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. It was just great. It was great to see Tobey Maguire back. I was so happy, honestly. This reminded me of like a Spider-Man Endgame type movie, and I loved it a lot. I really, really did. Well, from this, then there was like a giant like skyscraper fight, which kind of reenacted in Spider-Man 3 from the Tobey Maguire series. Not sure about Amazing Spider-Man, but I'm over here like, oh man, they're gonna have MJ fall and maybe die and scar Spider-Man even more and stuff like that. Well, during the fight, actually, when MJ did fall, Andrew Garfield, literally saved her, and it was like a redemption for Gwen Stacy and everything. And it was, oh my god, I loved it. Andrew Garfield's freaking amazing. All the people that say that he's not, come on, man, come on. He's such a great character. That redemption arc right there showed you that they just redeemed them. I don't know why they were making jokes in the movie about this character saying, hey, you've already had your time. You've already been your star, stuff like that. Come on, man. Like, Andrew Garfield, dude. Like, come on, man. It sucked. Oh man, but then they were fighting, on the tower, and then boom, they got they first got who was it? There was Electro, there was Lizard, and Sandman. Oh, they first got Sandman. That's right. They first got Sandman, which was interesting. Then they finally got Electro, and then they finally did Lizard, and they were like, "Ooh, looks like we're all safe." And then Norman Osborn comes out of nowhere with his Green Goblin outfit, trying to attack them, and it's like, "Oh my God, we forgot about this guy!" Like, I forgot almost about him, honestly. And then Doc Ock came, and it's like, oh man, like and then boom, you forget that he was good, and it was like, cool, he's helping out the heroes. It was great. It was great. Well, and then Tom Holland had his moment with Norman Osborn because, but before I get into that fight, I really loved how Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield came in to talk to Tom Holland about, hey, well, I did lost my Uncle Ben. I went to go kill the guy that murdered him, but it didn't really make me feel better. It just, like, he still had that feeling. So, like, don't really do that, man. And Andrew Garfield's like, well, no, even with Gwen Stacy, like, I lost her. Like, I just moved forward, and it was great to have those mentors and have them, Tom Holland, guided, you know, in the right direction. And I really appreciate that. That was really great. I'm glad they didn't use those two characters just as mentors, but they actually had a really great role in the movie as well. And I'm very happy for that, honestly. Anyway, to get to the Norman Osborn and Spider-Man fight, or Tom Holland fight, it was very interesting to see that Spider-Man really wanted to kill Norman Osborn, like, because, like, that rage was still up in him. It was crazy. And he tried to, and then he stabbed Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield went to go help, while Doctor Strange also trying to use his magic and wizardry to, like, fix the world, because I guess they were coming, whoever they were, honestly. And Spider-Man. And so here's the thing: here, while I'm wrapping this review up, here is where I did not really, vibe with the movie. I'm over here crossing my fingers, like, please do the right decision. You had like three different, like, times to do this, and you didn't go on it. Doctor Strange is like, well, the only way to really fix this is if no one knew you were Spider-Man, which obviously is like, okay, well, then the movie, the Avengers really didn't exist with you in there. No one really know you. The first two Spider-Mans really wouldn't matter of Tom Holland because no one knew where he was and everything. And I'm just like, come on, please don't do that. Please don't do that, like, and everything. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. So he's saying goodbye to Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, which were great characters, like I've already established. And then MJ and Ned. And this is where MJ, here's the second time. MJ's like, are you sure you really want to do this and everything like that? I don't want to forget you. I don't want to do this. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, don't ruin MJ. Please don't ruin her. Like, oh my God, please don't. Like, she's right here crying for you, man. Your girlfriend. Like, come on. You're never going to get this again. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, he probably will get it again, but really, like, don't mess this up. And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's just like, yeah, I'll find you. And he's like, yeah, I'll find you too, and all that stuff and everything. Well, they got it back to normal. And I'm like, okay, well, they still have one more chance, right? Because he was going to go to the coffee shop or wherever she worked at, and he would, like, tell her and all this stuff. Well, nope, he didn't tell her. Apparently, Ned and her, I don't know if are dating or not at the end of the movie. And it doesn't look like no one knows who he is anymore. And it's just like, oh, come on, man. Like, this is really the only part that I did not like about the movie. But like I said, I mean, it's Marvel. Obviously, Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Of course, his identity needs to be concealed. I get it. I get it. It's not the biggest thing, that, like that bothers me, but just the characterization and just the characters. From all the Spider-Man fans or Marvel fans that are watching this on my channel, I review a lot of anime, as I told you in the beginning of this video. And if I didn't, now you know. Here's the thing. There's a show that I just finished watching called Mushoku Tensei, or Java's Reincarnation. And please bear with me, okay? If you guys don't like anime, just please bear with me. This is my point I'm making. This character in this anime series is very terrible. He's a trashy scum fat boy, like fat ass man. Like he does terrible shit, honestly. Well, once he gets reincarnated, he realizes, well, I got a second chance. He does his bad things, but he grows as a person, right? And say by the end of episode 23, which is literally where the series ends, basically, of this anime for right now. No season 2 or anything has been confirmed yet. Well, let's say that from all this character development, let's go back to episode 1 and do the whole thing all over. Are you kidding me? That is called characterization and character growth and character development. And that's a huge thing when it comes to me. I love it when characters grow, characters development. It's just a huge thing to me. And I don't know if Marvel's a big thing with that. I don't really have a lot of experience when it comes to Marvel. But that's just my main issue, honestly, when it comes to this movie, is that I can't really say for now, honestly, because I have to wait for the next Spider-Man or whenever. It's probably going to be the next Spider-Man, because I don't see MJ appearing in Doctor Strange or Endgame or whatever. But it'd have to be the next Spider-Man movie, honestly, to see where it goes from there. But honestly, like if they fix it, you know what? Like, fine. You know what? Like, it'd probably a 10 out of 10 for me. Just please fix that. Like, that was really my only problem, honestly, with that. And I guess to get to the end credit scenes, if I am wrong, though, there were 2 of them. So the first one, actually, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Venom. I have not seen Venom 2. I didn't really like the Venom first movie or anything like that, but I haven't seen the second one, but I'm assuming that's the Venom actor from the Venom movie series that's currently airing, um, yeah, like right now and everything like that. That's cool. That was really cool that he got like teleported and everything. If that's what Spider-Man's next movie is going to be about, is fighting Venom, that's great. I like that, actually. And then the final thing we'll talk about is Doctor Strange, and it looked like his movie trailer, actually, for the next movie. Oh my god, I am so excited when. Oh my god, because I love Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a really great character, honestly, in the MCU, and I really like him a lot, honestly. I'm glad he was in this movie for the bits that he had. Oh my god, really fantastic. And I just love it. This trailer looks amazing. I can't wait to see it. I think it's releasing in May or whatever. It looks great. Scarlet Witch is back, which I love Scarlet Witch. She's amazing. God, I just can't wait, honestly. This movie has made me be like, man, like I need to watch a little more Marvel, I think. But yeah, that is my thoughts and opinions on the No Way Home Spider-Man movie. I am very excited. Like I said, I think I'd rank this 9 out of 10. Really, really good. Really like that. Please keep Zendaya the way she was in this movie, because that was a big, big thing for me, and I love it. I loved it a lot. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all for watching. Leave me a like if you like this video. Subscribe down below. Also, comment down below. Share this video if you can. And this has been Arceus Rolls, and I am signing off. I hope to see you guys next time.